Well, hello there, everybody. It's a lovely day here from North London. It's not North London because White Hart Lane was being demolished in 2017-2018 to be rebuilding it for Tottenham. So it's not really at this point. It's not really the North London derby because they aren't neither. Or only one team is from North London at this point because in this game we're playing at Wembley because Tottenham has had to be placed. They've been relocated for a period of time until their new stadium is built. So I've been playing through the last day or so, a couple games, trying to get sort of a foothold into APBA soccer, the what I'm calling the 2017-18 AltPrem, and it's interesting. I'll tell you what, I guess the things that I've read about this game are maybe a little tedious. Soccer itself is tedious, so I think this is a fine game. It has its moments where it kind of goes into a little bit of back and forth. I've talked to a couple people who like Soccer Blast because it kind of eliminates some of those moments, but I don't think it's that big of a deal. But let's play out this game here, and I haven't even really set it up yet. I played. Did I play 2 games? I guess I just played 1 game this morning. West Brom, who got relegated, they actually finished last in points. Actually, defeated Everton at Goodison Park 1-0. So, okay. So, and I forgot to look up the. So bear with me for a second. I'm going to need to do a little bit of just a slight amount of research, but let's get this up here. So I've changed the way I set up my table a little bit here, and I've made some adjustments. I'm going to put this guy up into its perch. So 2016 17 Premier League. Okay, so let's see. So I mentioned before that we have a hey Manny. I have a way of determining the players, the lineups that we use. So it's it starts off by seeing what the table was back in the year before. Actually, what we'll do is after we get a couple games in, we'll start using the table itself. But at this point, we have to use previous form, and so Arsenal finished 5th, Tottenham finished 2nd in 2016-2017. So number 2 versus number 6 in this North London derby that's a little bit different than what it used to be. Hi, Mark. And Tottenham is the home team, and so well, I guess I could probably put this piece of tape back up there. So this is my little grid that I use. You take table. So Tottenham is 2nd place. I'll be right back. never fails. Whenever you start something on the internet, life has to always find its way to interrupt. So, yeah, so Arsenal finished 5th. So this is kind of the quadrant we're going to be in here, as well as this. And we still got more screaming and yelling, and things just can't wait. What? Yes? No. Yeah, maybe we'll just pick up another gas can there. That other can is probably... Okay. Sounds good. Alright, well, I guess I better hurry my rear end here, or else I'm just gonna... So, I would describe this a little bit more, how I'm doing this, but time is gonna run short if I do that, so just gotta kind of move along here. Well, so Tottenham is the second place team from the previous season, going up against number 5. And so I roll a 3, so that means they're only going to need 2 changes to their lineup. 2 checks of the changes. So also I need to take a look at their depth chart. So Tottenham, so the guys that they don't have... well, Sanchez, defender, where is he here? Davidson, Mina Sanchez. Gazaniga, Argentinian goalkeeper, nope. And is it Francisco Llorente? Or Fernando. Nice. Well, I said Francisco. Alright. So those were players that came in the middle of the season. So I now roll these guys, and forward will be checked. Harry Kane started 35 games, so as long as he's a 1 to 15 and he's a 13, he will start as one of the forwards, if not the forward. Now the second check, 8, checks central midfielder. That'll be... let me see. Eric Dyer. So he did not start too many. He started 22, so he will actually just sit. And so we build the rest of the team out from there. We could use what we will do here is we will do a 4-4-1-1, and so we'll use Christian Eriksen as sort of a an attacking midfielder. Left midfielder we'll use Son Heung-min. Right side, well, you know what, we'll put Eric Lamela on the right, if I can find his card. Put him on the right, and then having, so let's see, Dele Alli and Moussa Dembele will be the sort of holding midfielders, if you will. Ali might actually be more of an attacking midfielder. So, and then finally what we can do is Our defense is going to be Jan Vertonghen, Alderweireld. That's a name that's a mouthful. And it'll be, let's see, I guess Ben Davies on the left, and Kieran Trippier on the right, and Hugo Lloris will be the keeper. Okay. Hi, hello, Al. Okay, so yeah, just to show you real quick here on my screen, this is kind of like my setup here, which kind of gives an idea of the number of starts players have at certain positions and stuff like that. So actually, I think I'm going to make a quick change. I'm going to take Lamella out. I'm going to put Eriksen to the right, Ali up front, and then I'm going to use Sissoko as a second sort of. So it's still that 4-4-1-1, we'll say, but it's just a little more, maybe a little more bang for your buck in the middle. So Vorm will be the backup keeper. We got to come up with. The other thing I have done is I put in the typical subs just to kind of give a bit of that. Now we had Dyer. He will be one of the subs. Put Danny Rose, the second defender there. Then we'll have. They don't really have a whole lot of depth at forward. So we'll put Jansen, Wanyama, Lamella, Lucas. That's 6 plus Vorm. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Yeah, that'll work. I like to put the forward at the top. Okay, so that's going to be our subs for Tottenham. And the rest of these guys will go into the bin. Okay, so again, when you do this, you set them up by, you put them in order of offensive ranking or rating or whatever. And so Harry Kane with a 30 is probably one of the highest in the deck, I'm assuming, and he will be first. So he is, I just can't see that far. 2, 3, 2, 1, and you put down the rankings. 2, 3, 2, 1. Let's see. Ali is has a better ranking than Eriksen or Son. So. Got a nice assist number there. 10, 3, 6, 10, 2. Then it'll be Eriksen, the Dane, then Heung-min, Korean. 1, 2, 6, 1. Okay, and the fifth one will be looks like Ben Davies, left back. 2, 2, 6, 9. If I remember, I'll put a link to the score sheet that I use. I've posted it on the Tenacious Strat WordPress blog. So if you want to download that and try it, you can. Probably should have done that a long time ago and just forgot. So We'll put Sissoko. Dembele. Haven't had an injury yet in terms of a long-term injury, but I guess that's probably the best way to have it happen is to mention it. Trippier. Maybe Trippier, I don't know. It says he's from Britain, so I guess you could still have the accent from Britain, but don't know. And then Belgian Alder Weireld. Alderweireld. That's probably how you say it. Used to know a lot more of the players and just kind of got burned out on soccer, especially from the American League. But okay, so we've got Tottenham set up. So we did this a lot of times for, let's see. Manny asked about a strat league, and I'm just trying to keep my eyes on the prize here, and I've got to not get too wrapped up in too much of that at the moment, because I mean, maybe I will at some point, but so Panos, I think it's Mavropanos. Mkhitaryan, he's with Manchester United. I'll have to make sure that his card gets moved over to them. Where are we? I'm just trying to, I haven't really gone through all of the decks yet to remove certain guys. Maybe Mkhitaryan's listed as a forward. No, he's a midfielder right there. He is. I got to get out. And before this game day is over, I'm going to have a few more games to play that are not. But I do want to play Manchester United and Liverpool at some point within the next week or so, most likely. So be on the lookout for that, because that's also in this first game day. So it's a pretty big matchup. So, and let's see, anybody else? Aubameyang. He's also, he just gets transferred in at the very, very end of the window. So anybody who's unfamiliar with soccer, you only have two very short windows, basically 2 months out of the, well, you get the summer too, but up through the end of August and the end of August, and then from January 1 to January 31st, 30 days, half September, yeah, basically are your transfer windows where you can basically acquire players. And there are some, you know what, there are some players that are not in this deck that I need to find probably. Oxlade-Chamberlain. I want to say he went to Liverpool. I'm going to have to pull him in from Liverpool. So, let's see, he's probably listed as a midfielder maybe? Yep. There he is. Well, it's Bucci. I don't think he was in the league. Giroud with he was just playing in maybe Chelsea. Let me see. Shabru. Coca in here. Well, I shouldn't be looking for him in Chelsea. So if they were transferred out of the league, then the card would be with the pack. If they weren't, then they would be in the other team's deck. I'm not sure he played much at all anyway, so... Oh, yeah, there he is. Okay, so he is in here. Walcott, I already put him in here. Alexis Sanchez. Did I put him in here? No, he would have come from Manchester United. That's right. It was basically a player-for-player swap, I think. Maybe a little money changed hands, but so when Mkhitaryan was traded to Arsenal, Alexis Sanchez came the other way. So right there he is. So he'll reside for Arsenal, with Arsenal for a number of weeks. All right, I think our things are set here. Now, the other guy I can look at is Debuchy. Yeah, it looks like he didn't really play much at all. So we don't have to worry about it. All right. Okay, so these guys, 2 forwards and a midfielder, put them in the deck here. And the midfielder, all right, we're in good shape. Okay, so Arsenal's a 5th playing against number 1, so we roll this, and it's 17. So they're going to have 3 changes potentially. So the first one, a total of 6, is going to be central mid. And that would be Xhaka, Granit Xhaka. And started over 35 games, so he will start. Don't need to check him anymore. Next will be 10, which is going to be right mid. Be Iwobi, and he didn't start too many, so he will be... We'll probably put him on the bench. And then one more. Another 7. So, well, that's 7, so that'll be a forward. Lacazette, 26. So 1 to 8 he starts. 14 he won't. So Alexander Lacazette will sit. Okay, so we'll start Sanchez. We'll make this a 4-3-3 formation. So Sanchez will be up front, and we will do Mesut Ozil on the right. He's listed as a midfielder. Playing more is probably a forward. And so let's use Alexis on the left, and we'll put let's do it this way. Let's put Oxlade-Chamberlain there on the left mid slash forward kind of position. So Xhaka will be we'll put him at one corner. Who would be the let's see. We'll put Aaron Ramsey there, and then we'll have El Neni be the defensive midfielder. So, and then your defense. Kolasinac, on the left, Bellerin on the right, and then Mustafi and Koscielny. Skroden. Mustafi. Alright, and the keeper, Peter Cech. Okay, so we've got, and then Ospina will be the backup. We got these two guys who are not available. We'll put Giroud. He's a typical sub. We'll have Welbeck off the bench as well. Let's see, who else comes in? Maitland-Niles comes in a lot. So let's go ahead and... So he'll be the second midfielder, and we will need... Is it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we need a defender. We'll do holding. All right. That'll work. Okay. So everybody's like, "Whoa, this is probably like, wow, this is really slow, Earl." Huh. I'm kind of doing this from the beginning so I can show you how you set this game up. And it does take a little bit of time to set a game like this up. If you're doing it like this, if you're just taking the regular old lineups, then it wouldn't be quite so much time. So Sanchez is the first guy on the list. 3, 6, 6, 7. And you got Xhaka, kind of a box-to-box mid. 4, 3, 7, 0. Aaron Ramsey, same kind of role. So I mean, these are two heavyweights, really. A lot of offense. Their defense may not be so good. Ozil. 2, 2, 8, 11. And then fifth will be Oxlade-Chamberlain. I forgot to put these in the Tottenham's extras pile. Okay. Then next, so again, you go with the offensive number, and so Bellerin is 5. I tend to put the outside backs, so Kolasinac is 4 as well as Koscielny, but since Kolasinac is I might not be saying his name right, since he is an outside back, I rate him a little bit more high, a little higher on the list than the center half Koscielny would be. So some Mustafi. El-Neni. And check. Okay. So I think we're pretty much ready to go here. Let me look at the comments. Hello, Jonathan. So, okay. All right, and I still have to I have to decide what kind of tactics are going to be used here, and I think Tottenham. I think we're gonna have Arsenal go with a 4-3-3. Basically, an attacking. They tend to attack more than anything, and we'll have Tottenham stick with a 4-4-2, sort of middle of the road, trying to keep some defense. Also, I need to see if there are any adjustments to the defensive rating here. So, defensive 4-3-3 against that's for them. Okay, so 4-4-2 defense against 4-3-3. There we go. Okay. Now I can say here, the game that I played earlier, Everton and West Brom, it was a very tight back and forth, not a lot of scoring chances. So I'm hoping here with two better teams that we see some fireworks. We will just have to wait and see. Also, I was just saying, so one calculation you have to make is based off of a chart that's in the book here. So you got a team defensive rating that comes off of the there's a PDF that you can download from their website, but you have to give points for the lineup, and it will adjust the team defense. So defenders are worth 3 points, midfielders 2, forwards 1, and if it's under 21 on the points, then you have to start subtracting. If it's over 25, then you're going to add some points to the defense. But so you got 6 and 4 is 10, and so 18. So they're 22 there, so they will stay even. Tottenham, theirs won't change. Their team defensive rating is 4 at home. Arsenal's 2 on the road. Also, Tottenham gets 9 clutch points, which we can use at various times. I would tend to hold on to those till the end. You could also try and avoid a red card and things like that. Okay, so you've got 4. Oh, there's 6, and 3 is 9, and 5 is 14, and 5 is 19, and 4, 23. Yeah, so they're also, so both teams are going to be in the. Why I say that is that I realized in the game earlier that one of the teams had gone below the 21 threshold, and so I had to reduce their defensive rating. Also, Tottenham is 2 better on the team rating, which means that they will get. I've also re-upped my chart here. Like I redid the loose ball, so it's color coded, but it's going to be in this difference of 2. So you can see that Tottenham, the higher rated team, is going to get many more chances at loose balls than Arsenal, and we'll just have to see how that plays out. Okay, so you roll 11 to 36 would be the home team. This is for the kickoff, and it actually goes the opposite of who wins. So we're going to roll here, and it's 63, so the away team wins. So home will get the first crack at this one, and we will get underway now. Tottenham and Arsenal, North London Derby, coming to you here on Tabletop Baseball Plus, and we are ready to go. So the kickoff, and that is a total of 3. And so the kickoff from a total of 3 will be advanced all the way to B. by the Spurs. You shouldn't say the Spurs. It should just be Spurs. But anyway, we have to figure out who gets it. And it'll be 34 and B will be Christian Eriksen. So about 25, 30 yards out from goal. That's a 35 and B. That will be, he'll pass it back to, it could be we could choose the player here. And against a 4-4-2, we're just going to let it go to Heung-min Son. So that will tick the clock off, and we will get another roll here. Okay, 63 turns to 48, and so Son goes in on somebody a bit, and that is a foul committed by him. So Heung-min will foul, and he took a piece out of Aaron Ramsey. And so we roll, and you don't want a low number, and it's 61, so nope, no yellow card there, but that will provide the ball to Arsenal, starting basically with a free kick from area X. And a 6, that moves it down to B for the Gunners. And who will get it in B? 51. So that will be player 5. That'll be Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. So you might want to think of it over here on the left. He gets this. And a 46 means it's 27 in B. So he will advance that into the corner to Alexis Sanchez, going out wide a bit here. 3rd minute. And he unfortunately loses that one out of bounds, and Tottenham will regain control. So the right back, Trippier, throws it in, and the throw-in is right to quadrant F there, and it will be picked up by Jan Vertonghen. So Vertonghen, center back, gets control of it, and from F, that will be a very long shot, probably not going to challenge the keeper here. 21, and you subtract 5 because it's so 16, 15, 14, 13, 12. So 11 or 12 when we roll here would get an actual shot on goal. It would be a real prayer, and it isn't. So that'll be a missed shot from Vertonghen. And now we just roll again to see how. And in the 4th minute, we're just moving to the 5th. But so 7, that means it's going to be a goalkeeper outlet. So let's see how the outlet. 9. He's going to get an outlet, a nice kind of running punt up into E for the Gunners. And the player who gets that is going to be Oxlade-Chamberlain again. And he proceeds to give that away. Let's see, so team defense of 4 for Tottenham. And a 24. So that they're going to block that and be able to advance that to D on the counterattack. So in area D, well, it's going to be one of the backward players. It'll be Trippier, gets that out wide to the right in D. And, well, he's going to pass it back a little bit. And let me see, I lost my number there. 29 in D is an E5. And so we go to Ben Davies. Basically swings it across to the other side, and they could try to control the player that it goes to and take a chance on that, but instead they're going to give it to Davies. 64-25, and E is going to be it's going to stay in E, and it'll be passed across to Vertonghen. They're starting to settle in a little more into the 7th minute. Spurs with a little bit of control here in the play. And Vertonghen gets hacked down on a foul, so he will suffer a foul. And who steps in on him here? Be the most fouling player. It's going to be Granit Xhaka. So he commits a foul. Does he? Good thing you had the 11, because that would be a red card if you rolled it any other time. That's 13, and that will be a yellow card for him very early in the match. So in the 7th minute, Xhaka picks up a yellow, so he's going to have to tread lightly the rest of the game here. All right, so a direct free kick from Area E. We'll say that Eriksson is going to take this. And a 7, he's going to swing it into A. Who's going to have a chance to play this? Now, 64, that'll be Moussa Dembele. And what can he do with this from in close? 33, that is going to be a shot for Dembele. Now, his shot on goal is 24, but he's going to get 5 added to it. So 25, 26, 31, 32. He's going to be 33. Up to 33 will be a shot on goal. And let's see, was there a pass? So from Eriksson, he's a 10. We'll say that helps add to it. So you can add 5 more to that because it was Eriksson. We said Eriksson on the free kick. So 24, 25, 26, 31, 32, 33, and then add another 5. 34, 35, 36, 41, 42. So gets a shot on goal if it's from 11 to 42, and it's not. It's 64. So Dembele is going to miss his shot from in close, and what's going to happen? 9. It's going to be somehow it just maybe glances off a defender and was going to go wide. The goalkeeper is able to pick it up, and he will outlet out to E. Arsenal with a little bit of counterattack opportunity here. 24, and E is going to be Mesut Ozil. .42 and E. Header backwards to F, and it's going to be controlled by Spurs on the loose ball check. So in the end of the 9th minute here, in X, it's going to be Alderweireld. Alderweireld. I think that's how you would say that. I hope that's how you would say that. Toby will be none too happy if it isn't. Okay, so 54 gives on his card a 50. So a 50 is a special result, special action chart. So there's a bunch of different things that go on here. So from area X, 62. Out of bounds, throw in from area X. Attacker disputes call, feels he kept the ball in play. Extend the period by 30 seconds for wasting time. So we'll extend by 30 seconds, but that's going to be a throw in for Arsenal. I forgot to mark that down. All right. 4 on the throw in will be to area X. And that'll be Mustafi who gathers that in. Now what? Where? Where? What do you think? So is Mustafi. With 66, so from X, that will be a pass into B to Sanchez. So Arsenal with a an opportunity here. If they get the right roll, they might have a shot on goal. And it is 11, so that will be a shot from B. Add 3 to Sanchez. He was at 33 already. So 36, and from Mustafi, no assist rating to help out. I mean, he's got a 1, but that's not enough. So can he get a shot on goal? No, he does not. So that's going to be a failed attempt. And the goalkeeper will outlet for Spurs. To F. And in F, it'll be player 8, Koscielny. And he will be fouled. So okay, so we're in the 13th minute here. And Koscielny is fouled by 62, so the 8th player. Got to really count down here to see who committed the foul. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? Same one, Young Min. Second foul. Will he get a card for this? 11 or 12. 21, nope. All right, so free kick for the Gunners from F. F6 will go down to B. And it will be Alexis Sanchez getting this one as well. And he will get fouled. So committing fouls right in a row here. Spurs getting a little dug in. And it'll be player 56, so 7. That was Trippier committing the foul this time. So Trippier, still no card, boy. If that was a 1, it'd be a red card. But anyway, all right. So Ozil will take the free kick here from B. Arsenal trying to get on the board first. 6 from B. That will be a pass. Actually goes off the wall and comes to... it's going to come to Aaron Ramsey in area B. And 26 in B. That'll be... Stay in B, but it'll go to Alexis Sanchez. 63. He commits a foul this time, so that will end their little run into the 15th minute. And it'll be the most fouled player. That'll be Dembele suffering that foul. No, Ali. My bad. And let's see, Sanchez, right? Let's see. It's under 21. No card. But Spurs will get control here. The free kick from X. That's a 10. That'll stay in X. Be Christian Eriksen. 36, so 27 in X. That'll be a defensive play made by in their T2. 26, so they will steal and move to F. So Gunner's going to move that way, and then in F that will be Aaron Ramsey. 44 in F. That's going out of bounds, and that will return to Spurs in the 18th minute. $10 on the throw-in. That stays in X. And it will be Alderweireld. 22. Well, in X, that's going to be a nice through pass right up into area D. and that'll be up to Kane. So I think this might be Kane's first touch on the ball. Well, and he goes offside, so he just got behind the defense a little too much, and still no score, 0-0 here at Wembley. Tottenham and Arsenal opening week. And so that'll be an indirect kick. 10, that's going to go down to area C in the corner. And so that will go to player 4, which will be Mesut Ozil. Put him on the right side. 28 and C is going to bring it back to D2. So Xhaka now looking for something with this. 24, 41 and D is going to be a header into B. Can Arsenal maintain control? No, they do not. So back to X. And Tottenham gets control, and it will be Harry Kane finding himself with the ball there in 25. That's 8 in area X. That is going to move it to Ben Davies in area D. And that's going to end up 37, which is going to be a defensive chance. So Arsenal trying to defend. It's a block that will move the ball back to E, and it's just a matter of whether or not. Now Tottenham will keep the ball. They keep possession, and it will be Harry Kane who gets it out there. 7 in E. Well, he's going to take a probing, difficult chance here. Not many opportunities so far. Let's see what Kane has on his accuracy stuff. So he's 33, but you have to subtract 3 from E. So it'd be 26. Can he get a shot on goal from here? Nope. So he'll miss goal. Can they get a corner kick out of it at least? So 6. Yes, they will. Off the defender, and they will earn a corner. So 23rd minute. Eriksen will be taking the corner kick. He is a corner kick A. And then 5, that'll be a pass to B and then a shot. So who gets to take the shot here? Well, 62 in B is going to be the 7th player. It's going to be Sissoko. So he gets a shot. He is 34 plus 3, 35, 36, 41. And then you can add another 5 for Eriksen, right? $35, 36, 41, 42. So up to 46, and he still missed. So Sissoko misses one. Dembele has also missed one. So can they get another corner out of this? Can it deflect? No, it's going to go wide, and that'll be a goal kick. So that ends their rally there. Just had a relatively good chance at knocking one close and knocking one in there, and then so I thought this would be going to be scoring a bunch of goals here, and we're in the 24th minute and haven't even had a shot on goal yet. So goal kick for the Gunners. I got to put on my fan here. I'm starting to get warm in this room. So 11 on a goal kick. All the way to B. It's going to get through the defenders. and it's going to be Granit Xhaka who has a chance to maybe pass one through here, or who knows what. 26 in B is going to be a pass to Sanchez in B. Sanchez is a guy who can do damage. 35. 11 in B is going to be a shot. So you add 3 to Sanchez. So 36 Xhaka is a 7, so you can add another 3 to that. So 11 to 43, and they do get a shot off this time. So let's see, can Lloris make the save? Shot on goal, 26. He will make a nice save. He's going to punch it. The rebound's going to come all the way out deep. So a shot on goal for Sanchez and a save by Lloris. And now it's a matter of who gets control of this, and it's going to continue to. Or no, it's going to be Tottenham. 16 is a low number, so. X13, so that's going to be Eriksen trying to start the counter here. 38 from X, that's going to be a header to D. Who controls? It's a 50-50, and it's 54, so that is going to be Arsenal. So 41 and X. Player 7, that'll be Kolasinac. 51, 25, and X is another defensive chance. So going to the 28th minute. 32, and Tottenham is what, 4. So they're going to, or wait, no, this is Arsenal, right? No, Kolasinac had it. Tottenham stole it. They're 4. So with 32, they get a steal and progressing into E in their own. So who gets it at E? 66 is going to be Alderweireld. In E, 22, that will be another long shot. It's probably not going to. So 14, you subtract 3, 13, 12. It's going to be only an 11 will get him a shot on goal out of this, and it doesn't. So another attempt that's wide, but it's going to go off a defender, and it will be a corner kick. So Eriksen with the corner. 10, that's going to be a pass to B and a header shot. I gotta check something here. Yep. Header shot here from B. Who is B gonna? So 53 will be player 6. It's gonna be Vertonghen. Can he get it on goal? Add 3 to his. Not a very good rating here, but 21, 24. And you can add 5 for Eriksen, so 24, 25, 26, 31, so 33. He does get it on goal. So Vertonghen with a shot on goal now finally, and will be able to save it. 52. No, it is past him and in. So a goal for Jan Vertonghen. A brilliant conversion of a header from a corner kick. Eriksen will get the assist, and that will be a 1-0 lead for Spurs in the 29th minute. One 0. So we're right about the 30-minute mark, right about a third of the way in, and you can kind of see I've played games on here before, but you can kind of see it's back and forth. It's what do we got here? I'm an hour into the video, but I also set up the game. But if you watch soccer, if you're a soccer fan, I feel like this is quite a bit like the game is usually paced in a way. It's a little back and forth. There are periods of time when there's not much action, and then there can be a flurry. So the kickoff for Arsenal 8 will be into E. 23, that'll be player 3, that'll be Ramsey. So Ramsey with a 25, and guess what? He's going to get a chance to take a shot here. Not a great chance, but 35, 34, 33, 32. There's going to be a shot from deep. Going to try and surprise Lloris here. 34, so it's going to go wide. Or it's going to miss the mark at least. And what happens with it? That is an 8, and it's going to go off the defender. They're going to get their own chance. Arsenal's not usually very good at set pieces, but Ozil will swing this one in. That is an 8 on the corner kick, which that will be a pass into B. So area B, and it will be controlled by, they haven't gotten very good rolls in that direction, but so Koscielny, 63, and he fouls. So foul committed by Laurent Koscielny. So that's going to end their attack. So 53, that'll be player 6. 1, 2, 3. Vertonghen is the one who gets fouled. And who was that? That was Koscielny. It's under 16. It would be a card, but no. Okay, so 32nd minute, 1-0 Tottenham, and they get a free kick from X. So it'll be all the way into B. And that's going to be Sissoko in B. 41 in B is going to be a defensive chance. So Arsenal with a team defense at 2, and a 33 is going to mean a header chance D. So they got to win the 50-50 ball in order to keep control, and they don't. So in D, Tottenham will regain possession. They win out the loose ball, and it will be Sissoko regaining it. And a 31 in D, that's going to end up being a pass back to F. And they will try to, they're going to try and get this one to Dele Alli, but they don't. 4-4-2 defense, actually 4-3-3 defense. It gives you the best chance, but a 6 will be the one that does mean that the pass is intercepted, and so that means it's an area X, and we see who takes over with it. It will be Laurent Koscielny in area X. 36. That'll be 42. It's a header in that same area, and they will keep control with the 62. And then 11, so it's going to be Sanchez taking control. And then 55, that's going to be a 6 in X, which puts it to D, and it'll be player 4, Ozil, gets this one. 13 in D, 34, that's going to be a defensive challenge from Spurs, and they will be able to maintain control. They're going to shuttle it up to E. but it will be Trippier who is the one who has control of the ball, and he's going to get fouled. So he gets knocked into by, let's see, by Bellerin. Fourth foul on the Gunners. Bellerin, if it's 21 or under, it's a problem, and it's going to be 16, so that is going to be a yellow card. So the second disciplinary problem, and this is in the 37th minute. So a free kick for Eriksson from area E. He's going to swing one in. That's going to go to the corner to C. And 25, that'll be player 2. That'll be Dele Alli. And so 62. So he gets fouled in C. So he suffers a foul. They're going to get another golden chance here to add to their lead. Who is it by? The highest fouling player. It's going to be Xhaka. He's got to watch out here. Already with one. If it's under 26, he'll get his second and he'll be out, but he doesn't, so he avoids that one. But now a free kick from area C. Eriksson will swing one in here. And that's a 7. It's going to go right to A. And that's going to be player 6. That'll be Vertonghen again. Could he get a second goal of this game? Let's see. Can he get a shot? That's the question. 24. That'll be 37 and A. No, he won't. That's going to be a challenge from Arsenal. But they're only going to be able to get a foot in and block it, and it's going to knock it out to F. Who's going to get to this loose ball first? It's going to be Tottenham, so they will maintain possession in F. And that will be Sissoko. But that's gonna be a challenge that is in the 40th minute here. But it's gonna again bring another dust up here with Arsenal will be able to get control of this and move it into E. So here counter-attacking now. Just hitting the 41st minute in area E, and at 23 is going to be player 3, Aaron Ramsey. 27 in E will be a pass back to F. That would be to Kolasinac. So they could choose somebody. Now let's stick with Kolasinac. 62-28 in F. That is going to be a defensive chance for Tottenham. And that's going to be a block. It's actually going to make its way through to D. Can Arsenal get control of this again? No, they don't. So in the 43rd minute, it's going to be Tottenham control in X, and it's going to be Trippier. We're going to give him 1 minute of stoppage time here. Here in the 43rd minute. 16 for Trippier, 25 X. Oh, another defensive chance here. Arsenal is a 2, and it's 63, so it's going to be a block to F. And they will take control. Going into the 45th minute, almost to stoppage time. In area X, 43, that'll be player 8, Laurent Koscielny. 51, 27, and X is going to be another defensive chance. Oh boy, that's going to go straight to A. So here is maybe in the dying moments of the period, they're able to move one. Tottenham is right into A, and who gets it? It's going to be 16, which is going to be Harry Kane. Can he get a shot off here as the period is ready to come to a close? 53-14 in A. That is going to be a shot. He is 33, add 5, 34, 35, 36, 41, 42. So 11-42. It is a shot on goal here in the first minute of stoppage time. Will Czech stop it? 36, he does, and that is a shot on goal and a nice save by Czech to, and let's see, that is 36. It's gonna it's going to rebound to B, so it's still not quite done and dusted here. Let's see who gets the rebound. It's going to be Tottenham. So Tottenham, who has control of it in B, can they get one more before the end of the period? Player 5, Davies, probably not going to be able to get a shot off here. Let's see, 14, nope. 33 in B would be to D, and that's going to close it out. So that will be the end of the first half. 1-0 Spurs. Goal by Vertonghen off a set piece. And so you have, let's see, 7 shots for Tottenham, 2 on goal, 1 goal to their credit, 5 off target, 3 shots for Arsenal, 1 on goal, 2 were wide. We got 2 disciplinary cards, 1 for Xhaka in the 7th, 1 for Bellerin in the 37th. The Vertonghen goal in the 29th minute. So, I'm going to take a short break here. I'm going to try to break into the rest of this game. So, I'm just going to stretch a bit, ponder whether Arsenal would be ready to make any changes. They do have options. They've got Giroud, they've got Lacazette, they have Danny Welbeck. They've got plenty of attacking options here. So one thing you could try to do, because he probably will get into a bunch of the play, is get Xhaka out of there with his yellow, because he's perilously close to... So Arsenal will get the ball here in the second half. All right, let's get this game going and get it wrapped up. Okay. Arsenal will start it off from the center circle. No changes for either team. Just going to keep on going. So an 8 for the kickoff to E. 51. That'll be player 7. So Kolasinac in E. 53, 43. Oh, that's a header challenge backwards into X. And Tottenham will control that one. And getting that is Dembele. 37 in X. Well, that's going to be a header to B. It's a... let's see if they can get another chance here. So 12, that's going to be Harry Kane. Has it in B. Or wait a second. Now they keep control of it. It's not necessarily Harry Kane. Let's see what the roll is. Well, we get a 13, so yeah, it is Harry Kane. Because that first roll was to see who gets control on the loose ball of that header, and it was Tottenham, and then Kane gets it. So now what's the roll? 64 is 13 in B, and that is right at the edge of shot material, so he will get a chance to take a swing at goal. Add 3 to that. 36 came from Dembele, does not have an assist rating, so 36, it is a shot on goal. And can Kane score? We already had that. That's 5. That's going to be a rebound. So, so the rebound 5 was to B. And Spurs will retain. And it will be Vertonghen getting it in B. So let's see if he can do anything with it. 22 in B. It's going to stay there in B. It's going to end up being at Ben Davies' feet on the left. And 31, 37 in B. Well, that's going to lead to a defensive chance. So still 1-0 here, 49th minute. And Arsenal is going to concede a corner kick. They have a team defense rating of 2, and a 13 on that is a corner kick. So Tottenham will retain possession, and Eriksen will try to swing a corner in here. 8, that's going to be a pass to B. Controlled by Kane. Kane's had a lot of touches here in prime real estate, but he fouls. He pushes off a bit, and who is the one who suffers at 52? That'd be player 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Kane, 21 or under, and it won't be. So, free kick for the Gunners. That will be to E. Controlled by Oxlade-Chamberlain, the player who was just clattered into by Kane. 32 in E. That's going to be another defensive chance. The 52nd minute. Tottenham with their 4 defensive rating. 52. Won't get them an easy one. It's a header chance. Going to stay in E if Arsenal gets it, but they don't. So up to X. Tottenham retains. That'll be Dembele. .41 and X. That's a header to F. But Arsenal gets this one. So and it'll be 53. That'll be player 9, Mustafi. 54. Okay, this is special action. Sometimes you can get some really good stuff. Sometimes you can get some bad stuff. So Mustafi, we roll a 61 here, out of bounds. Oh, they'll be adding 30 seconds. So it's going to just be an out of bounds play. And Spurs take over. Arsenal is going to they're going to get Welbeck into the game. They're going to take out Xhaka. Not quite as worried about his abilities. They want to try and avoid a red card here. So Welbeck will come in. This is in the 54th minute. And he will slide in right ahead of Oxlade-Chamberlain in the 4 hole. Okay. No changes from Spurs. So that's a throw in. That's 9. That'll go to D. 65. It's going to be Alderweireld. Probably maybe it's Alderweireld. I don't know. 52, 28 D. That'll be a pass to E. And taken by Hyung Min. Haven't heard much from him here in a bit. And that'll be another special action from E for Hyung Min. 15. Current player dribbles into the open, takes a shot that strikes the crossbar. Roll a 1 to 6 and follow the result. 1. Well, let's roll it and we'll see what happens. It is a 3. 2 to 5. Ball rebounds into area A. Check the loose ball chart to determine who gains possession. If offense gains possession, use player control chart to determine player with possession. Increase this player's shot on goal by +6. Okay, so let's see. Can Tottenham get this? They need to be under a 51 or under. And they are, so they get control. Who gets it in A? It's going to be 8. That's going to be Dembele. And his shot percentage gets jacked up, but he doesn't take many shots at all. So he only has 3 chances on his card where a shot would be rolled, and 44 is not one of them. 35 in A. We'll go back to D4. He gets in close, but gets turned away. So it'll be Hyung Min again. So Arsenal survives the... so 32 in D is going to be a defensive chance. So Arsenal survives having a ball pop right out. So we're going to say that was a... Hyung Min has a shot that was missed because it hit the crossbar. So defensive chance 41 for Arsenal. It's a header to E. Do they get possession? No. Retained by Tottenham in E, and that'll be 46. That's player 7, Sissoko. Sissoko 43, and he fouls. First foul on him. 52 is going to be player 6. Oxlade-Chamberlain. All right, Sissoko, 15 or under is a problem. Oh, it's going to be a yellow card. So, first card on Tottenham. That will be Sissoko. So, a free kick from X. 6 means B. You total those together. So in B, it's going to be Sanchez who gets the ball. Can they level this game here? It's a 15, and that is going to be a shot. That is a 7, which means a shot. Add 3 to Sanchez. That's going to be 34, 35, 36. Can they get a... It is a shot on goal as well. So Sanchez, can he beat Lloris and level this game? 46, that is not. That will be a save, and it will be a rebound in glorious position in Area A. Who gets it? It will not be Arsenal. It will be Tottenham who... regains possession. So in X 56, that'll be 9. That'll be Trippier. .29 in X is going to be a defensive opportunity. Into the 60th minute. We've got 30 minutes remaining in this game and change. So defensive chance off Arsenal 46 is going to be a header to X. And Tottenham will retain with Trippier. He'll get it right back. But he's going to foul. And that will give Arsenal another chance with the ball here, and it's going to be player. It's going to be the guy who fouls the most. Looks like Aaron Ramsey at this point because Xhaka came off. And Ramsey is a 11 or 12 would be a problem. Oh, and it's a red card. Wait, it's not Ramsey. This was on Tottenham. It's even worse because it's Ali. No, it was... Who was that? That was Trippier. Still, an 11 is a red card. So Trippier, straight red. My bad. 61st minute, and that's going to change the complexion of this game. So Tottenham is going to have to get a defender up right away. 1-0 is the score, and it's a very, very treacherous lead at that now that they go down a man. So Aurier, do they have any? Well, they have Danny. They have Danny Rose. They're going to use Danny Rose on the right, so they will have to withdraw Son Heung-min, and they will bring in Rose. We'll add another minute here because of all this red card. You know, there's a kerfluffle. We're going to add a minute at the end as well, so it's going to be at least 2 minutes. Danny Rose, 3-6-1-27. So that changes this game. I don't think I had... Well, I did have one red card. That's right. In another game. But, okay, so... Now, anything that goes to 9 is going to be a ball that Arsenal is able to get from here on out. Also, we're going to change tactics for Tottenham. They're going to go to defensive 4-5-1. My Kindle is out of juice, so I don't really have any information to myself anymore. So, offensive tactic. Right, here we go. We got to get Arsenal 4-5-1 against a 4-3-3. Okay. So this is going to basically just be bunkering in here for Tottenham to try and see this out. And, all right. So a free kick for Arsenal from X. I'm going to sit back down again. So I see 5 people still hanging around. So direct free kick 6 is going to be B. Throwing Arsenal at bone here with this red card. 62. That's going to be 7 Kolasinac. 13. That's going to be 46. That's going to go out of bounds. Tottenham will gain control of this. Oh, also, it might also change their team defense. Let's see. 6, 9, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 21. So they still have 4 defensive rating. And I just want to double check here. Oh boy. went out of bounds, right? And then did I roll? I think I might have rolled, but I don't know if I did or not, so I'm going to roll again for the throw-in. So 5 on the throw-in will be to D for Tottenham. And who has it in D? 35. Player 5, Vertonghen. 63. He's going to foul. Commits the foul on the 4th suffered player. 1. Looks like Welbeck. So now Vertonghen does not get any discipline. Okay. 64th minute. A lot has happened here in the last 5 minutes. It's kind of slowed things down to 6 on the free kick. We'll be down to B again. 45 and B. Player 5, Oxlade-Chamberlain. 12, 30 in B. It's going to be out to D, and that'll be 2. Ramsey, of course, again, we've had a change in tactics, which will tighten things up a little bit more for both teams. 65. Oh, wait, hold on a second. I think it was D2, so it's Ramsey. 65. D. 49, a foul in D. So he gets fouled by the 3rd player. 1, 2, 3. Danny Rose, just in the game already hacking guys down. No foul, or no card. But anyway, so a free kick. It will be Ozil taking this one from area D. 6. That's going to go to B. 22, player 2. So Aaron Ramsey again gets it there. 36 in B. And that's going to be a defensive chance. So Tottenham thwarts them, but it's going to only be a block. They aren't going to be able to take full control. It's going to knock it out to D. But Tottenham does get full control of that. And who gets it? 55 in area, so it's going to be area X. And that is player 9. In other words, it's going to go to Arsenal. So Arsenal will get this back, and who gets it in their own area X? 31, player 6. So they will retain possession with Bellerin. I think the next stoppage will make another change. 44-30 in X is going to be defense. This is the way it could be here because it's going to be really tight. Tottenham 46. This time they will be able to. That'll be a header to D. So actually, for Arsenal, get down to D if they can get possession here. They do. Let me see something. You would think maybe the team rating would also get... No, it doesn't say. So, we already said Arsenal gets to keep it. So, sorry, I got a little... Sometimes I get a little bit... my mind wanders. So 3, Ozil in area D. 22, this would be a good opportunity for him. This would be a shot for Ozil from D. He's a 31 shot on goal. Let's see, it was off a defensive chance, so no assist 69th minute. Can they level this game up a man? But no, 66 is the highest number, so that's going to be a missed shot by Ozil. He misses the target. We'll glance off a defender and give him a corner. 11, no, it goes over the goal, and it will be taken by Tottenham. They will... Both teams are going to make changes here. Lacazette will enter for Hector Bellerin. Is that right? I think Arsenal's going to make their final two moves. No, they're just going to make one. They're going to leave Bellerin in. Who are they going to take out? They're going to take out El Neni. He really hasn't had much of any. What happened to Welbeck? You know what happened to Xhaka? I put him at the bottom of this pile. Well, so Lacazette. Now this is going to change their. This could change their defense rating as well. So we need to recalculate this. So Lacazette coming in for El Neni. '70th minute. They are pushing on to try and grab at least a point here on the road in the North London derby. So they've made two changes now. Tottenham will make another change as well. They're going to bring in Victor Wanyama. And they're going to bring out Dele Ali. So shove everybody up one here. So they'll have one more sub available. Both teams will. May just want to see how this plays out towards the end. If either team needs to make a change to try and get some extra stuff. So this was a shot that went wide. So this is a goal kick for Tottenham in the 70th minute. What did I say? I said 71st. Let's. All right. So 10 on a goal kick. It's gonna be the X. Kind of a short goal kick. And it will be player 6, Moussa Dembele. 2 from X. That's good. That's going to take it down to B. And it will be Christian Eriksen. So nice through ball. And this is going to be a shot for Eriksen. Could they extend this lead? So in area B, add 3. So that's going to be up to 36. And I forgot to... let me do this thing. Let's resolve this first. So what do I say? 33 up to 36 for Eriksen. Dembele is 0 assist. And it's going to be wide. So Christian Eriksen with a goal that misses the target. 4, but it's going to go off a defender and they will get a corner kick out of it. So... okay, again, I need to do this. 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. They are right at the edge. They do have enough to maintain their 2 defense rating. They don't drop to 1. Okay, so it will be Christian Eriksen with the corner. It's where they scored before, and a 7. That'll be a pass to A right through the area. And on the end of it will be Ben Davies. Kind of an odd man to be down there. Can he get a shot in? 14-33, no. It will be, he will pass it back to D. Kind of a short corner in theory. He just worked his way back to D. And it'll be 5, so that's going to be Sissoko. And then it's going to be special action chart here. So let's see what happens here in the 72nd minute. 26. Handball on defender. Use the foul committed column to identify defender. Direct kick from current area. If area A, penalty kick follows. So it's going to be area D. So a handball on 62. That'll be player 8, foul committed. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Welbeck commits the handball. Gets his arm a little outside there. Does he catch a card on this at all? Nope. Okay, but a free kick for Tottenham coming up. Eriksson from D. D6. That's going to be into B. Can deflect and come right out to B. Who gets control of it? 25 will be Christian Eriksson. Gets control of it himself. He's going to get a shot away. So up to 36 again. And it's not going to be on target there either. And what's going to happen here? 7, that'll be a goalkeeper outlet. So it'll be outletted to Zone E. Arsenal trying to break here. They're going to use, they have clutch points they want to use. They're going to use them here. They're going to get a pass to area B right now with a player of their choice, and this will wipe them out. And it's going to be Alexander Lacazette. So they're going to give him a chance to try and get a shot in here. 42, 21 in B. That's going to stay in B but go to 4, so it doesn't work out that way for them. Into the 75th minute now. But so to Ozil in B. 36, 39 in B. That's probably going to be defensive chance. So how does this work out? 33 for a 4 is going to be stolen and up into E. Tottenham will now use, they'll use 4 of their points. They have 9 of them. They'll take them down to 5. They're going to go into A, area A, and they're going to choose Harry Kane. Can he get a shot off here? 52, that will be 28 in A. Out to C, 5 in the defensive. So it's a 1 to 5. They're going to choose Eriksson here in C, and he does get that, so they will keep control. Whoops. 16, 31 in C. That's going to be a defensive chance, so they wasted those 4 points trying to get some kind of an opportunity. So defensive chance for Arsenal. The 2, that's going to be a block into D. High number? Nope, it's low. It's too low. So the Tottenham will retain in D. 16. Player 2, Eriksson gets it back. Tottenham piling on some pressure even though they're down a man. 43 in D, and that's going to be a header to E. Can they retain possession here? 78th minute. And they do with 61 in E. Player, they will not. So let's make that change. Player 9 has been ejected from the game, so it goes right to Arsenal in area X. So finally Arsenal is able to overcome that. Player 5, Danny Welbeck. They've used up all their clutch points. So 32, 24 in X is going to be a defensive chance. So 80th minute, we're getting close to the end here. Tottenham trying to see out this 1-0 lead. And that was a defensive chance for Tottenham with a 33. That'd be a steal into E. 62. That'll be 9. Oh, they lose it again. So back to Arsenal. Another. And that's going to go in X to Alexis Sanchez. 52, 38, and X. It's going to be a header to E. Can they keep control? Need it to be above 52, and it is. So they will keep control of that, and it will be Lacazette in E. 21, 31, and E is going to be nope. It's going to be a defensive chance. So 82nd minute, Tottenham. That's a header, heads it right up in the air, 50-50 ball, and Arsenal gets it right back. It's going to be Kolasinac, 31 on his card, 35 in E. Another defensive chance. Can't get any good rolls here. 52. Seems like we've been rolling a lot of 52s. Header to E again. This time Tottenham will retain. 84th minute. Who gets it in X? 25. That'll be player 6. Dembele. Finally they get possession here. Been a little choppy. 30 in X. That's going to be a defensive chance for Arsenal. Oops. So Arsenal, defensive rating of 2, and they're also not going to get a free break out of this. Blocked. It's going to come into E. Again, they got to be 52 or over, and they are. So Arsenal gets it. Trying to streak in. They don't have any clutch points to do anything with right now. 54 in X. So for them, that will be player 9, Koscielny. 36 for Koscielny. So 42 in X. That's going to be out of bounds. Tottenham will regain it. Looking like 2 minutes of stoppage time here. I'm going to put just because we had the red card, which can take a little bit of time, and we had a couple subs. So 2 minutes of stoppage time. Tottenham gets the ball, and of course on this free kick in X, they're going to be, or throw-in, they're going to be sallying along here. But so 7 on the throw-in, that'll be to E. Christian Eriksen. 23 in E is going to be a pass to F, and they will retain with Danny Rose. Oh, and they get an 11 right there. That's 2 in area F. It's going to be a pass to B to Kane. Kane's still in the game. 64. That's 13 in B. That with this tactic, that is not going to support a shot. So 64. 13 in B. That's going to be into A to Eriksen. A little 1-2 play here. 88th minute. Arsenal a little spread out here. 44 for Eriksen. This should be a shot on goal. Well, maybe not a shot on goal, but it should be a shot. 33 plus 5. Kane with a 2 assist rating won't get him any adjustment there, but 33, 34, 35, 36, 41, 42. Can he get the shot on goal? No, he does not. Eriksen, 3 wide shots today are off target. That's 4, but it's going to earn them a corner. They'll be able to waste a little more time here. 89th minute. He'll take the corner. Pass to A. Another one right into prime real estate. But 63 is going to mean it's going to be Rose who gets this. Danny Rose, 38 and A. It's going to be defended. And they're going to be able to, Arsenal's going to be able to take this out to X. So up a man, they still can't really get much out of this. And it's going to be Mustafi. And they really haven't had too many stoppages to be able to do any further moves. But any more moves, they'll lose their defensive rating. Another touch. So into the 90th minute, and it's Mustafi. 27 and X. Defensive chance. So Tottenham winning the tactical battle right now. And they are going to have a steal into B. They keep going the other way. They just keep getting in the way of Arsenal's passes. It's going to be 55 and B. Player 6, Dembele. And that will be a pass to D. 2, that'll be Eriksson and D. First minute of stoppage time. We've got another minute and a half to go. 56 for him. 33 and D. That's going to be defensive chance. Really, probably the last gasp here for Arsenal. They need a low roll right here. 32. It is going to get them at least to X. And who gets this? Can that help them get in somewhere? 26. Player 6, Dembele. No, not Dembele. It'll be Oxlade-Chamberlain. So, Oxlade-Chamberlain, 25, 34, and X. That's not going to help them. That's going to be another defensive chance. The whistle blows 3 times. That is your game. Just when you think maybe you'd have a scoring assault, you get a low-scoring affair here. It's going to be Spurs. Spurs with the 1-0 victory at home. Well, at their surrogate home because White Hart Lane is under reconstruction. But Wembley Stadium sees a 1-0 victory over the Gunners. So, thanks to the 4 of you who have hung on here. I know Tottenham and Arsenal are actually 2 of the more popular teams in the States. So let me see. I got some comments here from Juan. No, thank you. APBA baseball. Yeah, I'm sure that's going to be on my to-do list at some point. I had another question about Stratomatic, and it's going to be, it's not going to be in the too distant future before Strat kind of gets back onto the table here. I've had a real layoff from it. I'd say 3-4 months, I feel like. So yeah, just give me some time. I'm trying to I've had some long projects in baseball, and I'm just trying to sort of rejuvenate there. How do I know when to put subs in? I mean, all you can do is wait until you get stoppages, out of bounds, goal kicks. You don't usually do them on corner kicks. You could do them on like direct kicks or offside indirect kicks, things like that. But if you are familiar with soccer, you just can't throw a guy on and bring a guy off in the midst. It's not like hockey. It's also not like American football in that you can't just have unlimited substitutes all throughout the game. You only get 3. And maybe in tournaments like the World Cup, I think they might give you a 4th in extra time in games that are sort of in a tournament bracket where you're getting knocked out at the end. They might give you a 4th sub. I think that's probably a lot because of head injuries and things like that. They want to try and make sure that teams are covered for that. But no, you can't just freely put a guy in as you go. You've got to wait for a stoppage, and I have tried to use football-lineups.com and whoscored.com for their lists of lineups, substitutes, things like that, to try and discern who would go in where. You try to look at the card, but I also, you also don't necessarily want to just bias it by saying I'm going to put in this guy or that guy because they have a good rating. You kind of want to do. I like to be somewhat historical while also being real. Doing things in my own way. So, on one hand, I like creating my own lineup. I also like to try and get as close to what the team would have done in real life. It's not possible because this is just a recreation of a game using dice and cards, but you want to do the best you can. So I guess that's the best way to answer it. So 1-0 Tottenham, probably the better team in general in this season. Arsenal, this was a season of flux for them. They ended their season, and Arsene Wenger retired as manager of the club at the end of this season, so it definitely wasn't their best campaign over the last decade or two that more than a decade. Football, right? I'm probably gonna say soccer some, and it is. I like to say football if I can, but we are in America, and I'm sure they still call their trucks lorries, so and their elevators lifts. So I'm not gonna go and huff and puff about nomenclature or language or anything like that. I will use football, whatever you want to say, just as freely as soccer. But in this case, if I'm playing this game, I'm going to talk about the NFL. I'm going to talk about American football. And if I were to say football in that realm, I probably would just mean soccer in this realm here, where I've got this stuff on the table. Vertonghen, an unlikely goal scorer, center back, but on set pieces, the center halves come up, and you can see some headers, and he got one there, and he planted it home past Petr Cech, former Chelsea keeper, and the clean sheet for Lloris. So, and with a dubious red card for Kieran Trippier, who maybe tripped somebody a little too vigorously. So, okay, well, this has been going on 2 hours now, so I just want to thank those of you who have been here for this whole broadcast. I hope it was instructional. I hope it was entertaining at times. I would say soccer is entertaining at times. There are parts of the game that are less entertaining, and I think in this case, I think you would say the same thing, and that's why I like it. I like playing it offline because I can just kind of. I've played 5 games in this league so far, 3 of them offline, and it's just nice to sit there and think to myself, I don't have anywhere to be. I can just throw this. I don't have to worry about calling the game. I don't have to worry about someone saying, oh, your video's too long. I don't have to worry about going to work. I can just, and that's a lot of the reason why I got into Stratomatic Baseball, was trying to find an escape, and this can be an escape. So if you could, if you like this, that little, it might be this direction, since I think usually the thumb is on the left. A little thumbs up would be appreciated. Appreciate anybody who subscribes to the channel here. We are working our way north towards that nice even 1,000 number. We would love to get there in the coming months. If it doesn't happen, it's okay. But tell your friends, tell your fellow league mates, your whatever, if you think they might be interested in seeing some games on the tabletop, and maybe for the purpose of, maybe they get the hang of it. Maybe they get on board. They go and get a game of their own, and you never know. I was one of those people too. So, who was on the outside looking, sort of looking in, knew what Strat was, and then got the bug. So, all right, good night, everybody. I probably won't broadcast anything else today since this was a monster stream. So take it easy and enjoy the rest of your weekend. See you soon.